over there now. Hey! How's everyone doing today? We are coming to you in crystal clear, high def.
Right.
We've finally got her together. So, I wore a t-shirt that, fits just right. I was looking at it. What it is that if I sit the wrong way in the chair, makes me look like my posture is even worse than it already is. So, you got to sit facing the camera, and, we got our lighting together, and,
so everything.
everything.
Here we go. Okay.
Man, yes.
So,
hey, Louboutin, how are you?
Luby. What's going on, Luby? How you doing?
So
we are coming to you all. Well, first of all, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the BGKH Show,
episode 152.
Right, with Dominion the Epic.
What?
And so that's where we are.
What's going on?
We want to get. There's a couple new things we want to get into.
What's happening?
Let's get into Studio Q here at the Gayboy Mansion.
Studio Q at the Gayboy Mansion.
And then we're going to take this moment to get into the new jewelry that we got going on here. The bling slayage that we got going on.
This little simple piece, and it is real simple. These are, plastic pearls and rondelay sequin spacers.
Nobody knows that they're plastic, honey.
It's $5,000.
Right.
Yes.
It's a $5,000 Tiffany exclusive Tiffany bracelet that was custom ordered. I mean, it's Tiffany Balmain. I mean, come on. That's her name.
Exactly. Tiffany, of course.
Right.
You know what it is? It's a Tonkara Fofana exclusive.
Listen, that's
Bitch, let me tell you, I actually work with someone, and I looked at the name. I was like, this person is a man. I don't know where they're from, but obviously from not here.
Okay.
It's like Tonkara Fofana is like the best name ever. And I don't think it's Tonkara, it's Tunkara. It's Tunkara. Tunkara Fofana. I like
Tonkara, but is Tonkara Gordon Gartrell's cousin?
Yes. Tunkara Fofana.
Tunkara Fofana.
I feel like that's the name of my new hot sauce. Tunkara Fofana.
Tunkara Fofana.
But
I cannot. I'm not doing that. That's Gordon Gartrell's cousin, though.
Exactly.
And she is related, and Gordon Gartrell is a cousin on the father's side, but on the mother's side, it is Tiffany Balmain. So I mean, come on, like it's all relative. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
That's what we're doing.
So, and just by the way, these are my house colors: orange, black, and silver. Okay. And it's not fucking Halloween. Like my sister said. So fuck you, Kendra.
I'm not one to gossip, but y'all know I don't do domestics. So I don't jump in on that type of stuff. I just don't.
I'm over her.
I don't do the domestics.
So how was your weekend?
I just walked out of that. My week was good.
Or your weekend.
It was good. I am
in a space. Cortez, listen.
It's Halloween.
She be trying it. She be trying it. You done got all muscular and everything.
Listen,
Cortez, but that don't mean you can't get the beat down.
Don't do it, Cortez. Don't do it. I don't do domestics, and I swear I had to back. I walked away slowly. Like I was literally like that meme of somebody standing in the corner, like. And then I did my Homer Simpson. I just kind of backed into the bushes, like. So I'm gonna stay out of that one.
But your weekend.
But my weekend and my week was good. It's been pretty good. Like I don't have any real complaints. I've made some decisions, like just some personal decisions. Just about me and what I want to do and stuff like that.
Going to go on the moans.
No, I didn't. So I did not decide to do any moans. I'm good. I don't think I'm going to start this transition process no time soon.
Not yet.
And listen, let me not make light of any of that who may be going through it. But that for me, that's not what I'm going to do.
Right.
But no, it was just good. I mean, I made some just about just the way I do things and how I present and all those types of things.
You gonna go back on the corner?
Well, I never left the corner. I mean, my name is engraved on the corner. Like, I mean, there's a plaque.
That's true.
On the side.
But you're gonna step the pussy up, though.
I mean, my stepped up pussy was already stepped up from the time before when I had to step up the pussy.
But there's always a new level.
There is a new level. So I mean,
you still can.
It's levels to that, right? You can pussy, right? Pussy real good, pussy up. But
pussy real good, pussy real tight, pussy all night.
Pussy up. I mean, come on.
pussy, 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 meow.
But anyway, but yeah, it was all good. Nothing really to complain about. How about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was lovely.
Yeah.
I flew down to the Orlandos
Right.
to spend time with Volt and Isu.
Right.
And we had a festive little low-key time.
Good.
You know, Volt is, I've been to Volt's house before, but I didn't stay there. And so it was clean, as one might expect, you know, if you're going to have company.
Right.
But what I just realized is that Volt is a fucking
OCD
neat freak. Clean freak.
Okay.
I cannot tell you how many times he washed dishes while we were there. It's his house, so I'm not mad. But I was like, bitch, it ain't no dirt in none of the corners. You know, people have moved furniture to clean and everything. You know, I said, can I come live here? I was like, I want to be the dirty one in the house. I'm tired of being the cleanest one in the house.
You are stupid.
And you know, I want people to be after me. Like, you didn't wipe this counter down 5 times. I'm tired of, you know, like there was a dish did not last in the Volt Isu house for more than 3 minutes. Meanwhile, its dishes has been in my sink since before I left for Orlando. No, it's not. But it's dishes that's been in the sink for at least 2 days. That would never happen in the Volt Isu house.
Listen, I get it. I am in my household, I guess I am the dirty one because I live with someone that I literally have washed dishes and so they've come behind me and washed them again. I was like, that took one time. And I said, well, that's never gonna happen.
Right.
So yeah, I'm okay with that. But you know.
So you know, we looked at some cute gadgets. They had this thing. I gotta get one. It's called the Bartini.
Is this the one that already mixes the drinks? It's already pre-drink.
It's a Keurig for liquor,
but it's already so okay.
Right.
You just
it's got 4 bottles. It comes with a 5th bottle. So you've got whiskey, vodka, tequila,
and a gin
and rum, and then they keep the gin in another bottle that's right behind it because it comes with 5 bottles, but only 4 at any one time. And then you buy the pods. So I had they made me a Manhattan. So whatever, I can't remember everything that goes into Manhattan, but you put the little concentrated Manhattan pod in the thing. It scans it, knows you scan it, so you know what drink you're making.
Right.
You put the little thing in, you close it, and it makes you a perfectly mixed Manhattan. Now, if you had something that had gin in it, you would just switch out the rum because the rum is the X factor.
Okay.
It's designed so, and you're supposed to put them in specific locations.
Okay.
So the one where the rum is also can be taken out to put the gin in. So if you're making something that has gin in it, it will ask you, have you put the gin in? And then it will make your gin drink. She's like $399 or something. I feel like that would be a cute little thing to have. And then you buy the little pods on like a subscription.
Cute. But I can also just look it up online. What goes in this? Okay, and keep it moving. Me. And I think that's a cute gadget, though. I think it is. I'm not yucking nobody's yum. I'm not raining on nobody's Christmas. I think it's cute though. But I've seen it. It looks very cute though.
Yeah. And then we just ran errands and had some fun stuff. Did some fun stuff. And then that night we went out. Isu stayed home, but Volt and I went out to. I can't remember the name of the club, but
you had a good time.
We did, and we met Lynx
at
the club, and we had drinks, and we partied and bullshit. And then we went to I was in the South, so I wanted to go to Waffle House, and Volt and was fine with that, and Lynx was 100% on board. He was like, Waffle House, yes, I'll get my hash brown scattered, smothered, covered, chunk, top, dice, pissed on, come in.
Because it's like a whole big production.
Right, so I could get all of that. But that Waffle House is like the Waffle House when we were in Charlotte. They only do carry out at that. So I was like, well, girl, fuck that. So then we went down the street.
That's half the experience of being inside the Waffle House and watching Miss Linda or Miss Candy or whoever else in there walking around. Can I take your order, baby?
Exactly. And then we we left there and went to Denny's. You know, Denny's never fails.
Well, you know.
So we sat down at the Denny's, and she was like, "It's gonna be like a 45-minute wait. Is that okay?" I was like, "Girl, it's fine." Oh, because I forgot to tell you that not Volt, but someone whose name I'm not going to say, but it rhymes with Bolt Bonics, gave me this chocolate chip cookie. Ooh. Now I knew what was in the chocolate chip cookie.
Okay.
So this was
all right.
This wasn't like a roofie kind of situation.
Okay.
But it was only like a quarter of this big ass cookie. And we
love Bolt Bonics. Just
right.
Oh my God. Wait, stop. My Shelly that came in the room. Listen, this is her first time in the room. I was just having a conversation. Hey, Shelly Bell. Hey, Shelly Belly. Listen, it's pumpkin spice season at the IHOP, and you going there by yourself. I told you that. Now I'll go there, sit with you, have a cup of coffee, but I ain't doing that pumpkin pancake thing. But hey, I think she's on the road, so hopefully she's not. She's just listening while she's driving, because. But anyway, I'm sorry.
So no, that's all good.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
So before we left the house, I had half of that quarter of the cookie that was left because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what was going to happen. And it's Bolt Bonics.
So take the quarter. You'd have been fine. Listen, as my girl said on Subway, go on, honey, take a chance. I mean, come on.
That half of the quarter was enough. Because we was in the club having our drinks. And first of all, the drinks that they poured this joint was like the meal.
Well, wait a minute, because that wasn't that far off from the place in Fort Lauderdale. The Wilton Manors, the $5 teas or whatever.
It wasn't Long Island Iced Tea. These were just served in solo cups, but they were clear. So, but it was like the meal. So I was like, can I get a vodka margarita, which is vodka and cranberry splash orange juice. And so, most places be like vodka, orange, cranberry, splash of orange juice.
Right.
This was like vodka,
splash of orange juice.
Well, no, cranberry, splash of orange juice. And I was like, bitch. But I'm genetically...
You are professional.
Right, I'm genetically incapable of turning down a free drink. And so I drank she down, and then we had beer, and then we had another drink. By the time I got through the second beer, on top of that edible, I realized I was talking awfully fast.
Wait, isn't that like an out-of-body experience? You're like, bitch, why am I talking so fast?
Bitch,
what is going on?
So, yes. I mean, but that was about it. I mean, I didn't feel bad or anything. Right. I was just talking awfully fast.
That's okay.
But anyway, so we're in the Denny's now. We ordered, the waitress is one of these black-white people. Her name was Katrina or something, but her husband.
Ashley Brittany's.
Exactly.
Ashley Brittany's.
Without knowing her story at all, you already know that her husband and or baby fathers are black. Okay. We already know that.
All right.
And on top of that,
beverages, Michelle.
On top of that, her parents, these little interracial children that they have are almost certainly racist. Because that's how it always works.
Well,
but anyway, Ashley, Kendra, Monique,
Tiffany,
Brittany,
Tamara, Chutney, Chelsea.
Or is it with a Lynn? Is it Kendra Lynn? Tammy Lynn. It was just from Teddy. Ted.
Oh yeah,
with the Teddy.
Exactly. When he was naming all the names. Exactly.
Is the same one of those names with a Lynn? Yeah, Kendra Lynn, Tamara Lynn, Mary Lynn. Yes, it was Kendra Lynn.
Right.
But Kendra Lynn took our order, and we knew it was going to be some time, so we just sit there bullshit. You know how we do. It didn't matter to us. Then I just want to say they were the gang. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but these were the hoodest Negroes ever. I'm not normally scared, but it felt like the kind of spot where they might start shooting, for real. So we was just sitting there, and of course, those the kind of people I can't stop looking at them. So I kept trying
to figure out where the fuck the door is and where you at in relation to the door.
And then of course they sat in front of us, so I would have to go on past them to get to the door. Because if they was sitting in front, if I was sitting in front of them, if it jumps off, I'm just duck and then find my way and then I'm out. But I would have had to go through the gunfire.
Yes, God.
So anyway, it was like 12 of them, and they are sitting. And it was, nigga. You know, that nigga said he was, so them niggas was just talking to them niggas, the nigga.
And then I looked up over and be like,
and then one of these niggas kept saying nigga. And I looked at him again, and then I leaned over to vote. And I was like, is that a man or a woman?
Oh my God.
Because this person had extreme, and listen, there's nothing wrong with that aesthetic, but to hear, and she was a cisgender female. I don't know what else, but to hear her talk, to look at her presentation, I was giving dude, and the woman,
or like very rough,
and I was what also confusing because she was with this high film chick, and who was obviously tired because she was like, it was probably one of them things. It was like, she was ready to go home like 4 hours ago, but they, she was with her dudes, and
maybe the other one was a stud, and that was her. That's
gotta be because
okay, well, all right.
But then what brought the confusion on, because at first I had settled in my mind, I'm going back and forth in my mind. It was like, this a woman? That's not a woman. That's a dude. This a woman? No, that's a dude. And then so I had sort of decided on this person was a dude. And then, because this was totally in character for the conversation that was going on at that table and everything, the woman who had her head on the person in question's shoulder, she put her head in that person's lap. And I was like, is she about to give him a blowjob? Because she had like a hood thing and she sort of like put it down. So it was like, and that was when I asked Volt, I was like, is that a man or a woman? And Volt was like, girl, that's a woman. That is a big old stud.
That is a woman.
And then so I was like, I thought so, but I wasn't sure. And then she put her hand in her lap. I was like, yeah, it does throw you off a little bit. But anyway, so we did that, and then I went back home, and then I got in the pool because they have a lovely pool.
Okay.
And then we spent the next day, and then my friend Joe came down on Sunday, and we had pool time, and had a wonderful time, and then we just hung out and partied and bullshit. And then I came home on Monday.
Okay, well, good. No issues, no drama.
No issues, no drama. It was, there's never issues of drama.
Well, yeah,
but and Isu,
not with them, but just in general with the traveling and people on the plane, and the airport, all that type of shit.
Listen, it was no craziness on the plane. And every time I look at the receipts and be like, why am I paying for Clear? She gets you all the way together because both going
and coming.
I was in the airport at DCA. Line was all the way back, because we're in Terminal 1. So that's a small terminal. But the security line was all the way back, almost to where the check-ins were.
This was Southwest?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The Clear terminal was right. I walked right up to there. No, actually, you did the eye, so I was like, and walked right on past all those people. You show the TSA agent your boarding card. Now, the only thing that you would get extra if you had global entry is that you ain't got to take your shoes off. But I
just talked about that with the roomie. He just got his new global entry card or whatever.
Yeah, but don't he work for the government though?
So. Well, yeah, that
they give it to him for free because of his position.
So,
so I'm going to get it eventually after I get that foolishness from Florida taken care of because it's still showing up on my record. So I'm gonna have to go down to Florida to get someone to do it because it's government. They're not inclined to just help random people out. So anyway, and coming back, it was the same thing. It was like a long ass line, and I just did my little fingers and then walked on past that.
I still
want to. What I
found
out is that I could have let you do it because I get an X number of free passes. But see, I don't really pay attention because I didn't have the app downloaded. So now I know I get like 4 or 5 free passes
Don't listen. I'm fine with listen. Let me be clear. I'm not going to turn it going through clear down. Let me be clear. But yeah, you got family and slave and all that stuff. Girl, I'm good. But I appreciate it though.
Yeah. So the slave has global entry. When we came back home from the cruise, that girl left me.
That's right.
When we came back, not the cruise.
When we were not from the cruise.
When we came back from Cancun, because he had the global entry, right? And I was doing because you could do your.
But even if we got off the cruise, he did that too, didn't he?
No,
he didn't stand right next to. Okay.
But when we came back from Cancun, I was doing the you can do your appointment there, and that was when they told me you got to get this thing clear. Okay. But he had it, so he was like, "I'll see you on the other side." And I was like, "Oh, so now you just gonna leave me, huh?" Oh, okay, got it.
Would you have done the same thing?
Of course,
exactly.
So that's where we are. But yeah, so that was that. I mean, but overall, we had a wonderful time and everything. Good. Work was cool. The girls got on my nerves a little bit.
We're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna leave that alone because I was having a good week, and this is that week where I'm hosting all week, and I had a crazy ass participant getting his feelings about something, and I can't quite understand what it was all about, but literally, you made a mountain out of a molehill, and I was like, what? And the conversation was. It was this passive aggressive thing. Like after it happened, it was like you sent me an email. I didn't really appreciate the way you chastised me in front of the class with saying this.
And I didn't appreciate you not having your shit together. And you a grown ass man.
And I responded back like, I apologize, but that is not what my intentions were. And and I was like, okay. But he said, if you'd like to talk, I'm available between this time and this time. And I said, okay. So I sent the apology saying, hey, I apologize. That's not what it was. I said, but yes, we can talk at 1:00. And then he responded back and said, since I had your apology, he said, since I heard your apology, I really think that this matter is closed. Unless there's anything else you want to talk to. Thank you for your apology. And I was like, respond. No, we will talk. You're not going to dismiss me, bitch. You didn't say that in the email. No, we can talk at 1:00. Click. That's what I said. But you're not going to dismiss me. And I said, well, let me just, when I got on the call with him, I was like, hey, I just want to be clear because words sometimes written can have a different meaning. You and I we're good. I just want to make sure I understand that there's no. We're clear on what actually happened and how it went down. Okay, so we're all good. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, thank you so much. You have continue with the rest of your day. Thank you. Right. Bye.
You stay blessed.
I was like, but I was good. I was in a good space.
Right.
So we're good. I didn't have to get them together, but now I still have to get these people together with this short of the name. It's getting on my nerves, but
what do they call you?
It's like, oh my God, hey, that is not my name, and I've told you on day one. My name is, I prefer to be called, but after a while, you start sounding like an asshole when you start correcting people.
No,
but it's just like,
are most of these people black?
No, it's very mixed bag.
That is also, I always had a problem with it, but I know that a lot of black people do that when, not shortening the names, but get annoyed when other people shorten their names.
I don't even. It's
because it's like my name is Kunta Kinte, and I'm gonna call you Toby. It's like it's very
it's like no,
and so it's like a historical trauma or historical annoyance that is playing out because other people love to do that, and that's why the dude's name, like I said, was his name. His name is Tunkra Fofana. It's not T.
It's not T or Tunk. It's Tunkra.
Right. It's Tunkra.
And that's what it is.
And when they'd be like, "Oh, you can just call me," no. I was like, "No. What is your name?
What is your name?
And how is it pronounced? Because I'm going to give you the respect of calling you what your name is, and your parents took time to come up with that name, so I'm going to respect that and call you by that name. And
if that is what you want to be called, that's fine. Right. That is absolutely fine.
But don't make it a thing of you kowtowing to people who are too lazy to use their tongues to learn how to say your name.
And so and then it's also a thing of like people feel like they're friendly with you. I'm like, you're not friendly with me.
Yeah, girl,
like,
we don't know
because if you were friendly with me, bitch, you wouldn't even be calling me by my government name anyway.
Boom.
So like, what the fuck? But anyway,
Shebang.
But yes, Cortez, I was hosting a class for work in MS Team, so that's what I was
hosting. Work. Listen. She got a little OnlyFans page or a little Just for Fans now, and now she think everything got to do with sex.
But listen.
Although I appreciate
Wolf's
it,
page,
he's got some.
Wolf's
got some cute content.
He's had the cute look. He sent me that one little bit. It's cute. It's cute for you, Wolf. I ain't even.
I'm not mad at you at all.
I'm here for it. Make it coin.
That's right. Bravo, bitch. Bravo.
Yeah, make your coins now.
So, but yeah, so we had this little data call, right? So they send me this spreadsheet full of bullshit. And so it's the name of a contractor, some historical numbers, and how those numbers played out over the years. So it's like, the contract is worth $120,000, so that's $10,000 a month, and I'm supposed to validate that. But I was like, where are the contract numbers for this? What's the project number that this is under? So I mean, because this vendor has a ton of contracts with
how are you
these various vendors, so I'm supposed to be specific because I only got to do ones for the projects that I manage.
Right.
If you got 30 projects and I'm only managing 2 of them, how are we supposed to know without a contract number? So I sent that back to my PM, who sent it to the person who asked for the data request. He was the response was essentially make what we have work. And so I was like, girl, see, this is some bullshit. First of all, how could you have even gotten that information without pulling the contract information there? So why is that missing from,
because at some point on this piece of paper or on this email or whatever it was it sent, all the pertinent information on this, it was on there somewhere. So if you don't have it, just say you don't have it, or say I can't find it. I will locate it,
or we don't have time to
just give me the numbers and I'll plug it in.
I appreciate you taking the effort, but it was really just sort of dismissive, like we're not giving you that information kind of bullshit. And I was like, this is how it's going. Okay, all right, girl.
But
I'll tell you what, I told the PM that I support, and I was like, you're gonna give me. He gave it to us last Wednesday to do.
Okay.
If everything had been fine and all I needed to do was send that out to a bunch of email address, and then also, even though it's the same company, some of these companies are huge. So the point of contact for one contract might not be the one for the other. So you want to get all that information together. So if you got the right contract number, then you can send it to the right person. But if all of that information had been on there, I could have had that shit out on Thursday. But I told my PM, I was like, listen, Brandon, because I had to do all this extra work, that was like a week's worth of work that I somehow managed to get done by Tuesday evening. I was like, this shit is due on Monday. I was like, we might be good to get it on Tuesday. And he was like, I don't really care. And I wasn't mad at that because it's all bullshit.
Right.
The fact that out of all of the thousands of lines of codes, only like half of them were populated shows that most people didn't even take the data call seriously. So, then they extended the deadline to next Friday. So I was like, fine, whatever. So,
your shit was done.
My shit was sent out. So like all of my other cohort, they're like, how do you do this? And I was like, y'all just getting started on this? I was like, this shit was supposed to be due like 3 days from now. Y'all just getting listen, don't be concerned with me. So I was like, I'm gonna give y'all a 5-minute tutorial on how I put all this together. So you do this. I was like, then you use a concatenate formula. You know what the concatenate formula is? I do
not.
The concatenate formula is just the and. So if you want to create,
you're talking about as far as a spreadsheet is an Excel spreadsheet and using the and,
right? What I wanted to do was
I didn't know that's what it was called.
A single field that had some general text. It was like, diversity, data call for name of the vendor, the word contract, then the contract number, the word release, then the release number.
Right.
And all of that information is in a different field. So by using a series of ands, you could say one space and this, quotation marks, this space, piece, dash, space,
because that's how you set it up.
And and then you put that in there.
Right.
So then when I copy that into the email, it just pastes all of that information right in there. So by spending the extra 30 minutes to set that formula up and set this spreadsheet up, that's so much easier than literally copying from each field into the name of the email address. Ciao.
Well,
again, my team members, they were like, their eyes just glazed over. I was like, you're supposed to already know
this is amazing.
Right type effectiveness. That silly half-ass requests are annoying. And what's annoying about it is it's a good thing because I work for Pepco, the utility company. So they have committed that 38% of the contracts they award are going to be diverse. So that's either women-owned, veteran-owned, cerebral disabled, veteran-owned, African-American, Latino, Asian, or LGBT.
Okay.
So 38% of their contracts. So if they've got $1 billion worth of contracts out there, that means $380 million worth of contracts have to be there. Then separate from that, they're also committed to a certain percentage, I don't know, of local business. So you can't just go and get some company headquartered in Kansas City.
Okay.
Or if you do, the subs have to be local.
Couldn't you do that with an it function? Just curious.
No.
Depending
because
on,
you're not doing, all I'm doing is trying to create a
he's just doing the columns or the top.
Right. All I'm trying to do is create a long text string from the information in different fields. If you're trying to
do a
ask
summation,
a question, or if you're trying to sort the data, data's already sorted.
Well,
it's already in a row across. I just need the information from each column to go into a single field. And then, like, for instance, if someone sends, if something changed, all I have to do is then change the one field, and that changes the email subject line at the ends automatically because it's built on a formula. So all of that is shit that you're supposed to know, because that's a fairly basic function for the amount of money that they're paying you. And I did find that I'm not being paid unusually well. I am being paid the best out of the team. I did find that out.
Leave it alone.
I'm fine with it. I was like, because listen, this is the reason why I'm in charge of the girls. So,
leave it alone.
But anyway, so here we are. So let's get into it. I am can we just quickly, very quickly talk about American Horror Story, because there was really not a whole lot to talk about.
So let's start with this.
Okay.
So American Horror. So spoiler alert for all those that haven't seen American Horror Story. It does come on again tonight. This season is the
episode 2 of part
2, so it's the double feature or whatever. So I don't really like this so far.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just not a whole lot happened, other than the fact that 4 college students. So Amelia Earhart apparently did not die in the 1930s. She's apparently was abducted by aliens. Dwight Eisenhower found her, not him personally, but she was found under that administration.
Yeah.
And then something the aliens want, and they're killing a bunch of people.
But
in modern times, 4 college students who I immediately disliked all of them for different reasons. Each one of them.
They're the personal stories.
Right.
But listen, Kaya Gerber, Cindy Crawford's daughter. Absolutely.
Is that who that was?
That is Cindy Crawford. She looks just like her mother.
Okay, I was like, yeah, she looks kind of familiar.
She was in the first half not the first half. She was in American Horror Stories as well.
Gotcha.
But anyway.
But yeah, and then so they go back to the little same place where Amelia Earhart was originally found, and they discover that these cows have been field of cow has been surgically sliced in half, like with a laser.
Yeah, and like they're laying there like from head to toe, split right in half.
Right, not the heads cut off, but split just horizontally,
like from the rooter to the tutor.
Right, like if someone split you down the middle.
Yeah,
like right down the middle. But then one of the cows moved
when she touched it.
Yes. Then they're like, at least to their credit, there was one black girl. There's one black girl. Like, there's a Jewish guy and a white guy who are fucking.
Right.
And to me, it was a little off-putting how casual they were about fucking and the cum and the ass eating. And I'm just like, do people talk like that? But I'm just saying, though. I mean, do we
really have to? Do we what?
We do. But it was just
and they're in a relationship.
I'm talking about with the girls and everything. But
still
felt very gratuitous. Maybe I just don't have a lot of female friends.
Well, so listen, I'm not going to.
They were just, it was just like, yeah, I ate his ass and all
some
this
of
stuff.
my
and then
female
the other
friends,
girl was talking about she couldn't swallow because the cum burned her, and then she was like, yeah, that's something blah 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 blah. And then I was just like, okay, that's
listen, some of my good girlfriends and Michelle being my sister, that's one of my little sisters. Listen, that's she's not my little sister, she's older than me, so she's my big sister. But I love her to death. But we have those types of we go into that conversation. There's a time and a place for everything, but again, we have those type of conversations.
Okay, well, fine,
but
and
but I don't. So what I don't like about this so far is the fact that once again for American Horror Story, they start off the series or this part of this series where I'm just completely and totally in the dark. I have no idea what's going on, and I think
sometimes you can't just give the whole story away in the first episode.
That's true, but there's too many pieces that are out here that are not making sense yet to me as of yet. What I liked about the first half was that early on I had a sense of what this was going to be about.
See,
And
I like the slow burn and the build, so that didn't bother me. I just felt like not whole lot happened, and I'm not quite invested yet. I'm only invested because of the franchise. I don't really care one way or another.
And to be quite honest,
and the exciting part was that Amelia Earhart.
I'm only invested in the recent part, not the older part. I don't care about that.
Well, but that established it because Amelia Earhart, although she had been gone for 20 years, still looked like she did 20 years ago.
Yeah,
she was abducted by aliens, and she was also pregnant.
Well, yeah, then that was
then the 4 kids, they're leaving. So to their credit, they were like, "Bitch, we are out of here.
Let's go."
It was not like, it wasn't like in the first part of American Horror Story, because there's nothing that would have stopped me from leaving that town when they saw them zombies and the pale people. There's no way they were like, "Well, we should stay for a little while." No, girl, we would have been out.
Because listen, this is Dominion Epic in that town. Bitch, did you see that? Bitch, I'm right behind you. Bitch,
I'm already in the car.
Bitch,
it was like, we
honk the horn, I'm coming.
Right, we forgot to pad the house, girl. Fuck all that shit.
Fuck that shit.
Right, we don't need none of that shit.
Call that insurance company. Fuck that shit.
Right, we left all our toys and stuff. Girl, fuck all that. All
this
is material possessions.
Just really run any bitch down that's got a bald head in front of you with its big shoulders.
Right,
hit that bitch.
So to their credit, they all got in the car and they bounced.
Yeah,
bounced with a quickness.
And
then it got dark, and then they were like tentacles that were wrapped around their neck, and then like 3 seconds later, everyone's sitting back in the car. But I immediately noticed that they were sitting in different seats
in the car.
And then I was like, they didn't show the black girl. I was like, they just left the black girl.
No, but they forgot. They either did her last, or they forgot where they actually put her at.
Right.
But I think there's a reason why she was outside the car.
Yeah.
Not quite sure yet, but
then then they all get back home, and they almost run over the black girl because she's standing outside. They get back in the car, they go home, it was like, whew, I don't even know what the fuck that was, and I don't care. Then they get home, and then like the 2 girls are like, I'm really feeling fucked up. And then the white girl is like, last time I felt like this was when I was pregnant. And it was like, there's no way I could be pregnant, because dude didn't even come in me. She was very graphic. So he jerked off on my tits and whatever. She was like, there's no way I could be pregnant. But they took the pregnancy test and they were both pregnant. And then the two guys were like, I'm feeling sick and whatever. I'm having these cravings. And so they came over to see the girls.
And they told the same thing.
So I'm going to ask you to do something, right? And it's going to seem crazy, but I need you to take this pregnancy test. And so now the dudes are pregnant too. So all 4 of them are pregnant.
So we'll see we'll see how this goes. But I'm not.
So I'm a little interested in it.
I'm not in love with it yet. And I like American Horror Story. And I'm gonna go ahead and look at it. This for me feels like it's getting ready to be Roanoke, because that was the worst season.
I never watched Roanoke.
Don't waste your time. You can skip right over top of that.
What about Hotel?
There was something about Hotel that I enjoyed, so I would tell you to watch it.
Okay.
But
see, I actually like Freak Show. A lot of people say they didn't like Freak Show.
I like Freak Show. Freak Show was okay.
Yeah.
But Roanoke, no. I would probably even say that not Freak Show, but
Freak Show was the first one I watched, because I haven't seen Coven or
You've never seen Coven?
No.
Are you what the hell? You need to really get into Coven. And now that all of it is on Netflix, you can get through the entire thing. But you need to watch season 3. It was probably one of the best seasons. Yeah. But the season with when they were talking about the election, when Donald Trump won, I can't remember what that was. It was I can't remember. That one. That one was probably not one of my favorites either, but it was still a lot better than Roanoke. Mm-hmm. So, but I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Coven, you need to go ahead on. Matter of fact, you need to ASAP.
Okay,
that is your assignment for next week.
Start
watching.
I'm not committing to none of that.
I guarantee. I
already got all of this other stuff to do.
I guarantee if you start watching one episode, I guarantee your ass will be
sure. But I have other stuff that I need to do this weekend.
Okay.
Plus, this weekend I'm going away with the slave, so I'll be busy.
Well,
and I got an article to write.
Okay. Coven is the best.
The article
Coven is Dylan. It is one of my favorites.
So this will be one that's not for Cortez specifically, but our next article for Bear World is called "Dear Dead Behind the Eyes: A Letter to Mediocre Porn Stars."
There's some like in the 90s and the 2000s that I'm like, you are dead behind the eyes.
Right.
What's his face? I see his name.
Johnny McGovern used to say it all the time.
I cannot think of this. He's not Randy. was a black, one of those porn stars that is always, I think his name is Randy. Very cute face though, but tall,
Oh,
slim.
look, it's Parker. Parker's back, and he's
tall, slim
he's
guy.
early this time.
Hey, Parker. Happy
Oh, that's right. Happy anniversary to Parker and Mac.
Happy anniversary.
So what is this? What, 3 years?
3,
Because they
9?
had just I feel like they had just got married when we went on the cruise in 20.
Listen, they are the old happy married couple. They'd have been together for like 19 years.
They've been together forever, but they got married. I guess was that in 2017 or 02? So yeah, it was 2019.
Okay,
they had just gotten married when we went on the cruise. In 2019.
Yeah. Okay. Well, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary,
happy anniversary, happy anniversary,
happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary,
happy anniversary,
happy anniversary.
We've been together nine years, right? Exactly.
Excellent.
So
congratulations to them for that. That is beautiful. It shows, and they still together.
Yeah, listen, y'all are hope for
look. They was together 7 years and was like, okay, and they still together 2
and
years
they want to
later.
go ahead and get married.
Girl, listen.
I
know plenty of people that was. I knew this couple that were together for 20 years, and then gay marriage was legal. Them girls got married, got divorced a year later.
I was like, but then after all that, they still fuck around, don't they?
No,
they're still together.
No, because I feel like in this particular couple's case, they only got married because they could.
Oh,
meaning like it was like this built up pressure for all of this, and they felt like they had to. But if they were being honest with themselves,
like, we're not getting married.
Long ago. And instead of just accepting that and doing whatever, they felt pressure from friends and family. Was like, well, girl, you can get married now, so why don't you? And they should have just been like, no, in fact, we should break up.
Okay.
But anyway. All right, so I am super excited about this story. Serena Williams' daughter becomes youngest person to own a professional sports team. Her name, I didn't know her name was Junior. Alexis Olympia Ohanian Jr. She is now the youngest person to own a professional sports team after she and her mom became co-owners of the LA-based women's football team, Angel City. The team will officially start playing in 2022. I'll finish the story, but you were going to say something.
But what our daughters named, are they juniors?
Name a child whatever you wanted. Traditionally, only the male child is named Junior, but I've seen a couple of instances where a father or a mother has passed on their name in full, and so I think his name apparently his middle name is Olympia. So he's Greek. So
I get that,
or Greek or Armenian. Or
I guess wouldn't they just be and I guess I don't know.
But there's no rule with it.
Yeah, there is no rule. I mean, and it sounds kind of, and I know
it feels like they probably had that name picked out, and he was like, "This is gonna be the name," because Alexis works for a boy or a girl.
It does, but the junior part is like, okay, well, but I mean, it's okay.
And she's a boss, and so her Serena Williams' husband, Alexis Ohanian. Wrote a statement about how Olympia inspired the business move. As someone who spends hours around the football with my 2-year-old daughter, I wanted to have a front row seat to this revolution because it's a women's football team.
Right.
What does he say? I am personally investing on behalf of my family because creating more opportunities in women's sports is important to my wife and me. We want to be a part of making a better future for our daughter. So there we go.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Congratulations. And
congratulations. Yeah. I mean, men do it all the time.
Absolutely.
They pass things down or put stuff in children. I mean, Beyonce does it.
Yeah. I mean, that's how Blue became the youngest Grammy.
To be a Grammy winner. I mean, she was in the video for a hot second, but
yeah,
everybody get a Grammy that's in it. Even the person that just does the snaps.
Got a Grammy. Baby, let me tell you something. That would be my claim to fame. Bitch, do you understand who I am? Bitch, I have a Grammy. Bitch, I have snapped on this motherfucking record.
Have you seen this bitch? Get into it, honey.
Bitch, it is a Grammy, honey. Do you have a Grammy,
My friend Liza gave this to me.
So next time. So listen, Super Bowl's coming up, for all those sports ball fans and everything, that's coming up. And Super
I
Bowl,
might actually watch this halftime show, not the game.
Listen, every Super Bowl came on, I tuned in for the commercials and the halftime show.
I don't even care
But
about
Super Bowl
the commercials.
2022 halftime performers have been revealed, and they are going to be Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Snoop Dogg. Pepsi and
it's a mighty black halftime show, and this is a black halftime
it's
show.
Blackity black.
Right. Because I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm biggity black, and I'm black, y'all.
Pepsi, the NFL, and Rock Nations have assembled a truly memorable lineup of performers for the Super Bowl. This is 56 halftime show, and like I said, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar will take the world's biggest stage at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, on Sunday, February 13, 2022. This marks the first time that these 5 multi-award winning artists will perform together on stage, holding a special significance to the greater Los Angeles community. Not only are Dre, Snoop, and Lamar native Angelinos, the city is hosting the Super Bowl for the first time in nearly 30 years. So shout out to...
It feels like it was later than that, but I'll take their word for it.
Yeah. Listen, shout out to Los Angeles for that. As part of the collaboration around the Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show, Pepsi and the NFL have joined together to support the launch of Regional School Number 1 of Magnet High School in South Los Angeles that is set to open for students next fall as part of the LA Unified School District. The high school is based on the USC Iovine and Young Academy, a program founded by Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre Young that will offer a unique educational model focused on the theme of integrated design, technology, and entrepreneurship. So, marking the 3rd year of its collaboration, Pepsi, NFL, and Rock Nation are again excited to bring these genre-defining artists together for a larger-than-life performance of their hits from their deep collective catalog. Previous, featured or artists featured in their collaboration were The Weeknd in 2021, Jennifer Lopez and Shakira in 2020.
Shakira,
right? Which I thought was actually kind of hot. They did a really good collaboration. One of my favorites, of course, is going to be Miss Jackson and
that was a cute show, and
so I enjoyed
Justin
that.
Timberlake.
Yeah, we're not.
We just dash over
we're just
her.
not gonna do that.
My favorite, but recent memory is Beyonce.
And with Destiny's Child, when they performed, or the second time when she did it by herself.
When she did it with Bruno Mars.
Yeah, with Bruno Mars, and then the second time when she did it by herself and had Destiny's Child come up.
Wasn't that the same year?
I thought that was 2 different times.
Well, I don't know. But
and I very much, again, sports ball, so please correct me because I don't know that. But I do know that I absolutely died from laughter when they were talking about Black Twitter was going up because Keisha Cole was commenting on the show. So when Beyonce started the song Survivor, I think it was, or either Bootylicious or whatever, and then the girls pop up and it's like, Kelly, can you handle it?
I remember that part.
Michelle,
I can't remember if it was like at a different show or not.
No, it was at this one. They popped up, and then Keisha Cole tweets out, Beyonce's teared up, and then here comes damn Michelle fucking up the groove, and I'm like,
bitch. First of all, Keisha Cole, we will not.
You are not ass alive.
I was like, Keisha Cole, you are not in a position to talk shit about Michelle.
Oh my God, they ate her ass alive, and Michelle didn't even comment on her. They ate Keisha Cole's ass alive.
I was about to say,
they were like, "Bitch, when's the last hit you had?
Right, bitch,
who are you, bitch?
You.
Her name is Michelle Williams, bitch. She's on stage at Super. Bitch, where are you?
Right,
they ate her ass alive." So I found it absolutely hilarious, but I found it hilarious on several different levels.
I wasn't fighting.
But bitch, wait, listen, don't sit back and think that it's not in your memory banks because that song
I know all of the words
stuck. And I'm like,
as soon as it. Boom, 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 boom. I used to think that I wasn't strong enough. I used to think that I wasn't wide enough. But I don't waste my time trying to figure out why you're playing games. What's this all about? Come on. And I can't believe you're hurting me. I let you, girl, what a difference.
Oh my God, yes, I forgot the word.
What you see in her, you ain't seen in me. But I guess it was all just make believe. Switch here. Oh, love. never knew what I was missing, but I knew once we start kissing, I found love.
So listen, Keisha, I ain't even mad at you either, because girl, you got a hit and I don't.
Right, you got one more hit than I do.
Listen,
so
I ain't even
there's that.
But Black Twitter ate her ass up. So
right.
That was funny for me.
All right. So next story. Donnie Simpson announces the return of Video Soul 20 years after it ended. He surprised us on Wednesday, September 29th by saying Video Soul has officially been rebooted. He says, I've been waiting 25 years to say this. Video Soul is back. I can't tell you how many people over the years have suggested that I bring it back. I told them I would, and today it's official. Video Soul is live and free on Tubi right now. The post included a trailer for the new Video Soul, which will highlight timeless R&B acts like Teddy Riley, Casey from Jodeci, and Keith Sweat, as well as younger and newer artists like Sammy and Asian. However, the new series also has more hip-hop acts sprinkled through, including Pras of the Fugees, Lecrae, Kumo D, and Young Jock. The first 6 episodes of the new Video Soul are airing for free on Tubi. And listen, I need to check her out because have you seen any of the episodes?
So first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and be Debbie Downer. Thank you, Michelle, for that. First time Beyonce had Destiny's Child, and the second time was with Coldplay. So thank you for that.
So was it Coldplay? Which one, Michelle? Which one was with Bruno Mars? That feels like 2016.
Maybe that was the second one. I think that might have been the second one. But yeah, drop that in the chat, Michelle.
I thought it was the first one because it feels like Beyonce did that whole show. Then it was Bruno Mars, and then Bruno Mars, they did their little thing together with Destiny's Child, and then
Bruno Mars just did her thing by herself.
And then that was Destiny's Child.
She did the thing. It was just Bruno and Beyonce that did that together. They didn't do. It wasn't Destiny's Child. That one number that she did with them was during her piece, whatever that was.
Oh, okay. Well, whenever.
So yeah, they didn't perform.
So Debbie Downer about Video
I'm a
Soul.
Debbie Downer about Video Soul because listen, I think absolutely that Video Soul was
and Donnie Simpson still looks good as shit. Well, for his age,
I think listen. My Debbie Downer side is saying that Video Soul was wonderful in the time frame that it was, and I feel like there are some things that we should just leave the fuck alone. Video Soul, I feel like is one of those things because at that particular point in time, we were literally watching videos because we were on the edge of our seats watching videos and having people come on and talk shows and all that good stuff. We don't do that now. We have YouTube, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have Facebook. We can watch them at any particular point in time, like on demand. But I think it still creates a great space for artists to be showcased. But it's also on Tubi, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, or at least the previews are on Tubi, and I don't know when Video Soul is gonna show up. And does everybody have Tubi? Like, is it gonna be on BET? Like, how accessible is this for everybody?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So there is that, yeah. But I think it's a good idea, and I think all of these. It says timeless R&B acts like Teddy Riley, Casey, and Jodeci, and Keith Sweat. They're timeless now. But at the time when Video Soul first aired, these artists were new. Because remember,
they were
Jodeci.
They were new.
Came out in the 90s, so they were like at the tail end of Video Soul.
I am not discounting.
I'm not saying you are, but I think it's a great showcase for new acts. And I think one thing people always used to tell me that I have a good voice, and growing up here in DC, you could be like Donnie Simpson, you could be on the radio, and I thought I could never do it because I felt like I could never do what Donnie Simpson was, which was at least appear to give a shit about all of these artists. Because if I don't like you, it's gonna show on my face. Even like when we've done interviews, for Onyx and stuff. If I don't like you, I gotta look down or do something, and I can't do that on TV. So I think Donnie Simpson has a very particular skill of at least appearing to be enthusiastic about a bunch of different artists and bringing people forward. And it's also an interview in a way that is music focused. So it's not going to be like going on Jimmy Fallon or whatever, which is really just a performance in a little 30 seconds or whatever. Yeah. This is going to be like a music-based program, and it's going to be specifically about artists of color, mostly Black, but other artists of color. So it's going to give a platform to those artists in a way that I don't think they'll get. Because, like, Young Jock could be on Video Soul, but Young Jock isn't going to be on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno unless he's partnering with, Gwen Stefani or something, or he's got to hit the little white
Roots
girls.
Are the band for Jimmy Fallon. So
next story, Wendy. And some people will have said that the Roots sold out when they got on Jimmy Fallon. So there's that. Wendy Williams.
So Wendy Williams could be
and shit that I don't care about news. Go ahead.
Wendy Williams could be over the Wendy Williams talk show, and the rumors stir that she may be quitting soon. So listen.
Oh no!
Just days after Wendy Williams announced.
I didn't do it right. Oh no! Sorry.
Please. Did you want to do it? That was good. Take 2. Do you want to do it? Take 3?
Oh no! That
take 4.
2 was the best.
You going to bed? Take 4. Do it again.
Oh no! I think take 2 was the best.
Take 2 was the best. So, but we can use take 4 as a
right. It's a part of the outtakes.
Okay.
It'll be in the DVD extras.
Okay. All right. I'm good with that. Okay. So listen, just days after Wendy announced her infamous return to the purple chair, rumors are now stirring that
chair is purple.
Yeah.
Like our chairs.
It's a little different.
Little fancy.
Yeah, a little fancy.
And that tells you how many times I've watched the Wendy Williams show. And I can't look past her breasts, so I never see the chair. Her breast and that fucked up walk that she has.
So let me take that back. I don't think that the chair that she sits in is purple. I think it's the couch that they're talking about. Let me be clear.
Oh, okay.
And I could be wrong. So again, if anybody's a Wendy Williams fanatic, please let me know about that, because I don't think her chair that she sits in is purple. I think it's the couch that everybody comes and sits on. That's what I
gotcha.
So, but anyway, a source close to the Wendy Williams show told The Sun in the newspaper that in a statement that the show is setting to air through the 2021. The show is set to air through the 2021-22 season. There's no decision beyond that, but she could very well walk away. She's over it. That's what this source reported. Now, season 13 premiere of Wendy Williams was delayed a number of times because of the star's ongoing health troubles. Now, Williams will officially return to TV on October 18th. Wendy was originally set to kick off the debut of the show's new season on October 4th, and we reported this last week, I think a week before last. But plans were delayed because of her ongoing medical issues. A statement released from the show's Instagram account read that, that's why it was actually being delayed. Now, earlier this month, the former Hot 97 radio host was diagnosed with a breakthrough case of COVID-19. What the hell is a breakthrough case of COVID-19? I don't know
what our friends.
Okay.
Breakthrough means you were fully vaccinated and still caught COVID.
Thank you. Because I was like, what? This is not new, but now it makes sense.
That's what breakthrough means.
According to a statement shared by the Wendy Williams Show Instagram account on September 15th, that's what happened.
This does pick up the light beautifully.
The same day, the 57-year-old, she's 57? The 57-year-old was allegedly admitted to a psychiatric hospital where she was undergoing evaluation for her struggles with drug addiction. Some of the staffers on set accused Wendy of binge drinking. Wendy was drinking every day, they said, while even filming the show, one insider revealed. Other members on set said they could smell the liquor on her, wheelchair bound and bruised. And that's how she appeared to be when she came on the set last week, citing that she was stressed and lonely. Williams has been open with fans about her ongoing battle with Graves' disease and substance abuse. I didn't know it was Graves' disease. Issues from the past that she had. Last year, the No Holds Barred presenter stopped the production of her show temporarily to help to deal with her severe fatigue brought on by the immune system disorder. Now, hopefully Wendy gets better, but and gets better soon, but this is a lot. Like,
yeah, she's been like this show is wrapping.
Yeah, I mean,
even if we make it through this season, this feels like the last
season. You've done this show for 13 years. You've also had a radio career. Baby, it's all right. Go sit down if that's what you want to do. Mm-hmm. You're 57. You have made your mark if you want to sit down. Now, I will honestly
like an executive producer somewhere.
I will honestly say that if this is your love, this is what you love to do, then by all means continue on. But baby, you don't have to just sit down. Dwayne is right. He could not be like
Donnie Simpson.
Like Donnie, because clearly he don't care about Wendy.
Right. So like I will be sitting there like, and they'll be like
Wendy Williams has Graves' disease.
Mm-hmm.
But she's trying to, she's fighting her alcoholism. She's trying to come back on the show.
Oh no.
And she committed. I can't go on. I can't. But
or
listen,
I would be sitting there like,
be like, no, I said she died. But she was happy because she had the grandbaby. But she died. Grandbaby died. See, that's what I'm saying.
so I couldn't do it.
Yeah. So, but anyway, thank you for that type of.
And I wouldn't want to because that feels like
you are. So I feel bad for Wendy because she is let me be clear, she is a shit starter and a shit stirrer. But she's in the spotlight, and I feel like she's never going to have total anonymity for anything that she does, and her life is just out there like any other celebrity. But I just feel bad for her because she's that face that talks about all the people behind her, or all the other, not behind her, but all the people in front of her, like stars and celebrities. And now that stuff is going on, people are feeling some type of way about it. It's like, okay, well, you get what
I don't think that it's not any of that. Well, it's that
some of the people.
It is it for me. It's not that I have animosity towards her. I just don't like that model of TV. It's the same reason I don't like a lot of reality TV. I don't like that conflict. And Wendy's kind of a punk, because she'd say all kinds of shit behind your back, but then when she get on the air, she gets to backpedal and pussy popping.
Listen.
And she talks about I'm a Jersey girl, but let's just reference to Wendy.
You are a Jersey girl because that's where you are from. That's where you were born. But baby,
you're not a Jersey girl. Now, Miss Whitney Houston is a motherfucking Jersey girl because she was ready
to give you the 2-piece and a biscuit from motherfucking Church's, Wendy's when they were serving chicken, as well as motherfucking Popeye.
Did you know that Bojangles has a blueberry biscuit?
Do you know that I go to Bojangles almost every goddamn day to get me some damn Bo Rounds? I am addicted to Bo Rounds. I am addicted. I've come out of the closet.
Why did I just find out about these blueberry biscuits with this icing on them last week?
So first of all,
I TikTok of all things.
But I cannot do any biscuit from Bojangles because they will dry up. First of all, they'll get stuck in your throat. If you throw them in the Atlantic or the Pacific, they will dry up that portion that they're in. They are so doughy and thick, and I just can't. That's why I do when I get their sausage biscuits, I eat the meat and the egg and everything else. I can't eat that. I can't fuck with that biscuit.
Oh, well.
I just can't.
But now we know. So yeah, so I feel bad for her because she's ill or whatever, but when she was like going through her breakup, she was like, I want privacy. I was like, this is not a privacy that you afforded to anyone else. You didn't afford that, when they're going through their breakups or
now whatever, it is weird because Wendy just reports the news as opposed to looking and seeking it out.
But she not just a reporter of the news, because a reporter of the news will just say so and so is getting a divorce,
right?
Not make a comment on so and so getting a divorce.
She's definitely guilty
and taking sides or speculating, did they get divorced because so and so is cheating, and then she'll do like some unattributed bullshit. Well, sources said, or I've heard that, and then how can you refute sources said? Like in this story, insiders say, well, who is this insider? Just like Monique said, if you can't name names, leave it on the playground. But anyway, this was a good story. A multi-million-dollar beach property taken from Black owners in the Jim Crow area is cleared to be returned. So there is a stretch of Southern California beachfront real estate that is being returned to the descendants of its rightful owners nearly a century after the parcel was taken by the city of Manhattan Beach. It's known as Bruce's Beach. The resort had offered Black families a place to enjoy the California life and was a labor of love for owners Charles and Willa Bruce. But harassment from white neighbors and the Ku Klux Klan tore at their dreams. The final blow came in 1924 when the city took the property through eminent domain and paid the couple a fraction of what they asked for. The city wanted the land for a park. Now, of course, they never built a park or did any of that.
Well,
then they never built anything on it. It just became a very expensive piece of property because it was 1924.
Yeah, not then. They didn't.
Not then. Yes. Now, I looked it up.
Right.
Bruce's Beach, that property is worth $75 million.
Absolutely.
So they're about to be paid.
Yeah, absolutely.
So imagine. So these are the grandchildren of the Bruces. Child, every third and fourth and 29th cousin.
That was my
going to
grandmammy.
come out of
That was
the
my great
woodwork.
uncle.
Because and how do I know this? Because one of the women that I used to work with, this was like 20 years ago. Unfortunately, her fiance and the mother of two of her children was a victim of police brutality.
Okay.
And she was suing for like $100 million. She's $100 million heir, $100 million, $100 millionaire now.
Yeah.
But at the time, she was just someone working in the mailroom whose fiance had died, and she was suing for $100 million. Her story was credible, and not like all of these stories aren't, but hers got picked up by the national news, and she was interviewed on 60 Minutes. Bitch, when I tell you, over the next week, all her, and she's ratchet, but she's a $100 millionaire now. Before she was just ratchet, and when I tell you, all her ratchet ass family showed up. It was like, "Hey, India, how you doing?" And she was like, "Don't tell them I'm here. Don't tell them I'm here." Because she said as soon as this airs, she was doing it so that she could get justice for her kids, really.
Right?
And that's taken care of. And the money, I mean, but I'm sure she would have given them back for the money, but I don't know about all that either. But the point is, she knew that was going to happen. And how about the phone was ringing off of the hook for her with relatives? So what happened to this family? So anyway, so what had happened was, on Thursday, Governor Gavin Newsom signed legislation that will enable LA County to return the beachfront property to their descendants. The two lots are worth approximately $75 million in total. Officials confirmed to CNN earlier this year. The houses directly next to the property have hefty price tags of around $7 million each. So here's the timeline. The Bruces purchased the land for $1,225 in 1912, which is a cute sum in 1925. So these were not, this wasn't no 40 acres and a mule situation. These were well-to-do Negroes who bought a piece of property that would be worth several $1 million today.
Yep.
So they built several facilities, including a cafe and changing rooms. It was one of the few beaches where black residents could go because so many other local beaches didn't permit black beachgoers. But some white neighbors resented the resort's popularity. So white supremacists and Klan members posted no trespassing sign and slashed tires so black families would avoid the area. The KKK attempted to set the property on fire and succeeded in burning down a local black family's home nearby. When the scare tactics didn't work, Manhattan Beach declared eminent domain in 1924. The couple eventually was paid about $14,125. They died just 5 years later. So while they did make a profit, that's not the point of the thing.
Yeah.
The city left the land vacant for several decades after it took ownership in 1929. Today, the property is now a park with a lawn, parking lot, and lifeguard training facilities. It no longer belongs to Manhattan Beach. The property was transferred to the state and to Los Angeles County in 1995. So blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So this property is worth $75 million, and congratulations to them for justice long denied.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Because what did they do? They didn't do like a lot of people do is, buy this property. I mean, I love Oprah, but she didn't do like Oprah did. They didn't do like Oprah did, was buy this property and build this huge mansion on it. They bought a property and built a facility for the community.
Yeah.
That's what they did with this property. So they paid it forward. They took however they made that money. Well, and they paid it forward because the facility was specifically so that other black, not that so that they could have a place to go, but so that other black people could have a place to go. Right. And 100 years later, would that there were more people like the Bruces. Yes.
To Oprah's credit, again,
I mean, Oprah do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so, especially the Leadership Academy in Africa, and she still I'm still waiting for one here in the States, but that's another story.
Right.
But anyway,
the girls love Africa; they hate America.
Child.
They love black people in Africa. They hate black people in America. But anyway, so our last story.
Listen, Playboy breaks new ground with his first gay male cover star, Bretman Rock. Bretman Rock has made history as the first out gay man to appear on the cover of Playboy magazine in bunny ears and a killer pair of heels. The 23-year-old social media influencer appears on the magazine's October digital cover dressed as a Playboy bunny in lingerie and towering platforms, as well as a bow tie and bunny ears, like I said. He follows in the footsteps of Kate Moss, Dolly Parton, Kylie Jenner, and wearing the famous outfit on the cover. Rock, who is Filipino-American, rose to fame as a YouTube beauty influencer. He starred in his recent reality MTV show about his life called MTV Following Brett Rockman. He said, speaking about the Playboy shoot, he said, for Playboy to have a male on the cover is a huge deal for the LGBT community, for my brown people community, and it's so surreal. A total, is this even fucking happening right now type of vibe, and I'm so pretty. Those were his words. He celebrated his groundbreaking appearance on Twitter, in a typical lighthearted style, tweeting, "I'm a Playboy bunny, duh." And so while he is the third man to appear solo on the magazine's cover, following Hugh Hefner and musician and LGBT plus ally Bad Bunny, who graced the first digital cover of Playboy in 2020. The magazine actually closed its print edition in 2020 after COVID-19 accelerated plans to fully go digital. This means that an edition guest edited by actor and activist Jamila Jamil, you all remember her from Legendary, became unintentionally its final physical issue. So after Bretman's cover was unveiled, fans went wild. They were tweeting scores of congratulatory comments, with one saying, "Game changer, opening the way for many others. Thank you." Another thoroughly gagged follower just said, "Bretman, how can you look the way you do all the time?" And one person had the last word by saying, "Playmate of the year, to be honest." Now, I think the pictures are cute, and I'm here for it. That's it. I'm happy that he's on the cover, but they're cute pictures. I'm very happy he's on the cover. I made you fix your face. Just a little bit more. Turn it a little bit more. Not turn it down. Turn down. That right there. Right there. That up a little bit. You went down. Yeah. Right there. Perfect.
Is this okay?
Stay right there. Just stay right there.
Okay.
So,
because I don't give a shit. I'm like, woo.
Listen.
I think to me, it's not it doesn't feel like the flex that he thinks it is. Now, if I don't, and they may have already had, if they had a trans woman as a cover model and then was posing naked in the magazine, yeah. But given that they've had other men on the cover before, this doesn't feel like the huge flex that he thinks it is. It just feels like, okay.
I don't know what to say.
It is a flex to the extent that Playboy is a magazine for mostly for cisgender men, but just and I guess it is a flex, but it's just I don't really care much. But good for him. And to be clear, I'm not mad. I'm really not mad at all. It's just meh.
Let's roll this beautiful bean footage, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Get into it. Hey, bougie girl.
Well, all right.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is I see that in 2017 there was a model who there's an article in New York Times about the first transgender playmate. Her name is Inez Rao, a French model, and she
familiar.
is the November playmate
Okay.
for that particular point in time. Now there was some.
That feels a little bit more groundbreaking to me.
Now it doesn't say she was on the cover, but hold on, there's something else in this article that says, because this was around the time that Hugh Hefner died.
Okay.
And on September 27th, it says 2 days before the November-December issue went to press, Hugh Hefner, the embodiment of Playboy, died. Miss Rao was originally supposed to appear on the cover, but it was changed to a 1965 picture of Hugh Hefner.
But she was still in the magazine.
So I believe.
So that feels like a lot more of a flex than this. But you know,
not the first time.
I don't want to shit on people's parade. So good for him.
Oh, so it says, in addition to that fact, Miss Rao was selected months before his death. Her appearance is not the first time Playboy has featured a transgender woman in its pages, nor is it even Miss Rao's first appearance in the magazine. There was an issue in May 2014 where she was fully nude for a spread titled Evolution. In 1981, I remember this, Caroline Tulakasi, a transgender English model, appeared in a Playboy pictorial for the James Bond film. I remember that. For Your Eyes Only.
1981?
1981.
Well, now we know.
Wait a minute. Oh no. In 1965, Playboy had its first Playmate of the Month that was a woman of color. Her name was Jennifer Jackson, a black woman. So, yeah, Playboy's doing their thing. So, you know, listen.
Well, good for him and good for them. So,
yeah. So, but anyway, we'll see how that goes. Maybe on the cover, we have a new batch of, or not a new batch, but additional trans men and women that are popping up and doing things that in 1981 they didn't do. So who knows what
yeah, so good for them.
Yeah.
And good for this guy too. I'm just being a negative Nancy.
Well,
and no one likes a negative Nancy. So,
well, you know, negative Nancy, Debbie Downer. I mean, every now and then they pop up.
I'm going to be a positive Pauline.
Good for you. I'm going to stay.
Well, all right. Well, this has been a fun show as always.
Has. Thank you all for joining and tuning in. Bougie Girl, listen, your meetings ran over. I get it.
I know exactly how that goes. You
Eccentric, we're glad
you're
here.
Bitch, y'all need to wrap this up.
Type Effective is glad you're here. Dylan, glad you're here. Michelle, glad you're here. Cortez, glad you're here.
Pup
Parker, glad y'all are here. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you all tuning into us, because you really, really, really could be doing anything else with your time.
Anything else in your whole fucking life.
Decided to spend time with us. So I
don't really have anything else to say other than thank you all for coming out. God bless you and good night.
Bye, y'all.
Don't forget the RSVP. All right, so I saw that. I will do that tonight.
It's on my nightstand.